All right, Megan. All right, Rian. Well, thank you guys for your time. Welcome to this Oaktree Tutor info session. So for those of you who aren't with us and watching this on the recording, we're just going to chat over some of the basic functions and features of the classroom and exactly what you can expect when teaching with Oaktree. Okay, so starting from left to right, you'll all see there is a public chat option available. So you can access that by clicking the little man icon on the left-hand side, and that'll expand the menu, but you should also see a little tab that says public chat. So this is a public chat. I can message everyone. So this is what we can do in the public chat. It's pretty straightforward. So everybody in the session can participate in this chat, but we can also send our students and participants messages individually. So for example, I could click on Rian's name and I can say start a private chat, and I'm now messaging Rian privately. I'll also quickly just send Megan a private message. So yeah, those are just a couple of ways that you can communicate with your students. I see Rian's already replied to my message. Hey, Rian. So that's the public chat function. Towards the middle of the classroom, you can see how mine and Rian's videos are on. So obviously you can do video conferencing, but just to show you, you can also only do audio and not video. So there we go. I've just turned off my camera. I'll quickly put it back on for you guys. Okay, now you cannot see it because you're all in here as students, but at the bottom left of your classroom, you'll see there's like a little blue plus button. So this is what we call the action button. From this button, you can do a few things. So the first thing you can do is you can start a live poll. So for example, the question I'm going to ask is, well, I'm going to ask a true and false question, and I'm going to do the statement. And it's just going to be Oaktree tutors are awesome. True and false, and I'm going to start the poll, and you guys should now be able to see that there's a poll. Okay, I can see Megan has answered. Okay, great. Okay, so I have now just seen the poll results. I'm going to publish those results. As you guys can see, the results for you are anonymous. So basically, you can all see that everybody has said true, which is the right answer. Good job, guys. For you, they're anonymous, but I can see, for example, as a tutor, you can see who has answered what way. So we have a couple of different question types available. So you have true and false, yes or no, A and B, A, B, C, D, and E, and a couple of other multiple choice questions. You just simply type up the question, start the poll, your students answer, and there we go. So this is quite nice if you have some students that are maybe not very confident, especially if you're doing like a group class or some pair work or group work. This is a nice way to still get those students to engage without shaming them or whatever. So that's what we can do with the poll. Another option that I have with my action button is I can upload a presentation. So for example, this blank presentation that you can see in the middle, this is a blank presentation, but I can upload another presentation. So I'm actually quickly going to do that, guys. I'm just quickly going to upload. So you would upload like how you would to like your Google Drive or a normal cloud account. You can either drag and drop or just click upload and upload directly from your PC. And this allows you to basically upload your past papers. You can upload Word documents, PowerPoints, Excels, JPEGs. Pretty much any file format is compatible, and you will then be able to work directly through that in your session. So it's just busy uploading it. So as you can see, I've just chosen paper 1 of maths for June 2019. So if we're working through this paper, it's now right here. So now you might be thinking, okay, this is great. We can read it. I can also do that with screen sharing. Yes, you can. But what's nice about Oaktree Tutors and what we have in our classroom is we have a multi-user whiteboard, guys. So what I'm going to do, for example, is I'm going to show you how that would work. I've just selected my pen, and I'm going to, for example, circle. So I can work directly on the document. If I don't like that color, we have different color options available. And you can also change the thickness of your pencil depending on what you want to use it for. What we can also do, guys, is we can also insert shapes. And we can also insert text. So for example, okay, so those are a couple of features of the whiteboard. And what I'm going to do now is I'm now going to give you the power. So what's really great about what we have is this is a multi-user whiteboard. And as the tutor, you have full power. So I could just click this button, and both of my students, you should now see you have a toolbar that has appeared on the right-hand side. and you should be able to, if you click the hand, navigate between the tools. So there you'll be able to find your text and your pencil, and now we can all work on a document together. Wow, Megan, that's a really great smiley face. So I can, so this is quite a nice tool. It's really nice for interactive lessons and getting your students to engage and answer and ask questions. So this is what you can do. If your students are a bit naughty and they go a little bit crazy, Rian will try and get to your question in a little bit, the fact that you need help with 2.1.1. But you can undo what people have been doing. So you can see I'm gradually undoing them, and I can also delete all of them. When I'm done, or when the students are done, I just simply take away the power, and now you no longer have access to the multi-user whiteboard. So that's the multi-user whiteboard. I can also make whatever I upload. So my presentation, I could make that full screen. I can minimize it. So I can zoom in, I can zoom out, and obviously I can shuffle between the pages. So I've just gone to the next page. There we go. There's page 2. So that's how we can use uploading presentations and the multi-user whiteboard. So this is a really nice tool, and it should help you guys to have really interactive lessons. One thing I would say is when you're planning your lessons, put the multi-user whiteboard in your plan so that you don't forget, that your lessons are just better and more crisp and way more interactive. Okay, so I'm just quickly going to minimize that presentation. Jumping back to the left-hand side, I can also share an external video. And what I can also do is I can select a random user. So say, for example, I asked a question, and I say, hey guys, anyone know the answer to this? And no one puts up their hand. I can select a random user, and the system has randomly selected Megan. And I've clicked select again, and now it's selected Rian. So that's quite cool. It's also a new update, Rian. So that's quite a cool feature. You can just randomly select a user. So that's quite nice. Okay, jumping to the middle of your room. Megan, you're on mobile, so your layout might be a little bit different, but not too much. At the bottom, you'll see that you have the ability to mute and unmute yourself. So I'll just quickly mute myself. Rian's just muted himself. We have the ability to leave the audio or change the audio. So this is just about if you want to still be in the session but not hear anything, and maybe change your audio device. I wouldn't worry about that too much, guys. The next one is to share your webcam. As you can see, myself and Rian are both sharing our cameras. But I don't have to. I can stop it just like this. And then what I can also do is I can also share my screen. So how you can do on any of your other platforms, you can share your screen. So for example, I'll just share a Chrome tab, and I'm going to, for example, share this one. And it should take a few seconds to load, but now you should be able to share to see my screen. Rian, can you just let me know when you can see it?
Okay, yeah, perfect. I can see you are sharing your screen.
Great, okay, perfect. So as you guys can see, we can also share our screens. This is really great if you want to maybe share an external video, or maybe share a document you don't actually want to upload it into the classroom, but you have those two options available. You can share your screen or upload your document directly into the classroom. It's really up to you. Okay, so now that's basically the middle of the classroom. On the bottom hand, on the right-hand side, you will see this little hand. This is your raise a hand button or ask a question. So if you click that, I will get a note. The tutor, if your student clicks that as the tutor, you will get a notification that says raised hand. So for example, I just got a notification that says Rian has raised his hand, and I can either answer it, but I can also manually lower it. So I've answered Rian's question. I click lower hands, and now his hand has technically been lowered. So that's quite cool. Okay, so those are the basic features and functions, guys. One thing I do want to jump into, and just a bit more about the control you have as the tutor. You might be thinking, what happens if I want my student to share something, or I want my student to be able to upload their assignment or their homework? Don't worry, we've got you covered. So what we can do is I'm now going to basically promote Rian to the presenter. And Rian, you should now have the ability to share your screen or upload a presentation. So all this tool does is it just transfers that functionality from the tutor to the student and gives the student that power. Don't worry, your student's not going to run away with your lesson. You can easily take that power back by just a click of a button. So that's another nice feature. Another nice thing that I can also do is if I have a large lesson with multiple students, I can just mute them all, which I'm going to do right now. And I've just unmuted myself. So you can unmute everyone, and you can also eject, so to speak, people from your lesson. I wouldn't do that. That's not how we like to work. But that is another function that you do have. You just click on the participant's name, and you just click remove user, and that will remove them from the session. Okay, on the top of your classroom, you will have your name. So in this one, you can see it says Tutors Classroom. Next to that, guys, you will have a button that says Record Session. Now, you can record your entire session, or you can record parts of your session. Just bear in mind that you can, when you want to start recording, you can start recording. If you want to stop while your students are having a break, you just click pause, and then you can resume the recording, and it'll all store it as one recording. But just remember, you actually have to click record so that it records. So that's the recording. On the top right-hand corner, we have what is our connectivity status. So you should all be able to check your connection status. At the moment, I can see that Rian, you're only running on 3 bars of connection, but your status is still good. And what I'm allowed to do here is if I can see that there are problems with connection, I can disable webcams and I can disable desktop sharing just to lighten the load and hopefully improve connection. So that's another nice feature that you have as a tutor. So that is basically it, guys. The last thing I wanted to say was that I'm just going to take back the presenter. When you upload a presentation, you can upload multiple presentations, and then once you've uploaded multiple ones, you can jump between them. So for example, I uploaded the mathematics one, so I'm just quickly going to upload another one. Just bear with me for a second while I do that.
Justin, while you're doing that, I would like to ask maybe when you're finished to maybe give me presenter access, and then I can just share my tutor account also to show the tutors how to access the classroom.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll definitely do that for you in 1 second. So basically what I've done now is I've uploaded that presentation. This is my new presentation. It's just a blank Oaktree logo. Very beautiful presentation, if I do say so myself. And from my action bar, I can now chop and change between the two. So now you can see I've jumped back to the mathematics paper. All right, guys. The last thing I want to say before I hand over to you, Rian, is that on the top right-hand corner, you have the 3 dots. These are pretty standard on most websites and mobile sites. There you'll have the ability to make your session full screen, access a couple of settings. But what I want to say is at the bottom, you have 2 buttons, one that says end meeting and one that says leave meeting. Please remember to click end meeting. Otherwise, if you click leave, you will leave, but your session will still be active and your students can still technically continue with what they're doing. So remember to hit end meeting. That's my spiel for now. Rian, let me just hand over to you. Thanks for listening. There you go.
Cool, thank you, Justin. I'm going to share my screen, and then I just want to show tutors how to access the classroom. Can you just notify me if you can see my screen, Justin, please?
Yeah, I can see it, Rian.
Okay. So when you head to oaktree.co.za and you enter your login details as a tutor, you will be redirected to your tutor account. So if you would like, let's say someone scheduled or a booking with you, you can go to your calendar just to view when that booking is. You will also get an email notification. So I scheduled a booking here. I can see on today at 2, I've got a life science lesson. The status of this lesson is pending, so you need to approve it if you agree to it. And then here at the check mark, it would show a little, a time icon, which is pending. So I've already approved this lesson. And then after clicking approve, you can then click save. You can also communicate with the student by writing an internal note. And then I'd just like to go to my account. So as a tutor, when it's the time of your lesson, you can go to your account and then click on go to my classroom. So in essence, you just log into your account and then click on go to my classroom, and then you can click on join, which will take you to the classroom. Yeah, that's basically it. Justin, I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
No, I have nothing else to add, Rian. What I would say is those of you that are Megan and those of you that will be watching this later as a recording, if you have any questions, I think myself and Rian will quickly just pop our mails into the chat, and you guys can get in touch with us here if anything comes up. We are busy developing a self-help section where there will be a link on your on the site to the YouTube channel, and you'll also be able to get most of your information from there. So that's all I wanted to add. Good. Okay. So, Rian, is there anything else from your side?
No, just to make sure, if you edit or not edit, if you write on the presentation with the user whiteboard, that doesn't affect, or it doesn't get saved to your original document, does it?
No, it doesn't. So it doesn't have inline editing. Unfortunately, it doesn't get saved to your document. If you would like to make changes to your document while you're teaching, I would suggest you use the screen share option and then actually work directly on the document. So whether that's in Word or PowerPoint, I would recommend doing that. But it doesn't make inline changes to the document by using the multi-user whiteboard. But remember, if you want to save something that has been done, you can always just take a screenshot. So we do have some options available. But yeah, to answer your question, no, it doesn't. That was just a quick tour of the breakout rooms. And as I said, with the shared notes function, it's like the public chat. You just have the ability to import and export whatever you put there. And it means that anybody who's in the session can download those notes. And also, just speaking about things being downloaded, when you upload a document or a presentation into the classroom, when you're uploading it, you have the ability to select whether that upload becomes downloadable. If you select that it's downloadable, everybody who's in your lesson will be able to download whatever you've uploaded. So that's also quite a nice feature. So that's basically it from my end. Rian, is there anything else you'd like to add? Any more information?
No, thank you, Justin. That was perfect. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, anytime. And also, Megan, thank you for your time.
It's a pleasure.
All right, great. Well, I guess if we're done, we can all get back to our days. And yeah, let's chat soon. And if any questions come up, please don't hesitate to contact myself or Rian. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.